Concerns about two crises in America unfolding at the same time. Protesters urged to get tested for COVID-19 and health officials telling them they should assume they've been exposed. 18 states now with a rise in cases. The CDC warning the U.S. could see 143,000 deaths from the virus before the end of the month.
What do you think? People
6 feet.
Stay apart. Stay apart. Move. Move. Mobilize. What do you think? People are still protesting, as they should. But now people are worried about getting corona. It makes sense. Worth it? Yes. Worth getting corona? Where you only have a less than 1% chance of dying? Yes.
Nah, it's not less than 1.
It's less than 1. Or it's less than 2. It's definitely less than 2.
Nah, it's got to be more than that because of pre-existing conditions.
Well, if you have yeah, that's different. But if you don't have pre-existing conditions, you do have less than 2% chance.
Or like think about all the people protesting and then going back home.
To the grandmas, moms, papas. Yeah. That's scary because there are thousands of people. And as soon as the protests, I guess probably people really started forgetting when the riots started happening because the media is pushing that so much, that narrative, where you would forget coronavirus is going on. I was out this weekend, and it was like, it was weird. When I first went out, I was like, everything's open again. There's nothing's changed. It just seems super normal. Except for places closing a little earlier, I guess.
You gotta wait in line. Everywhere's like capacity.
Yeah, that was weird too. Half capacities on certain places.
Yeah.
But it was still weird. I just felt like I felt like everyone was super easy about it. Like nobody really cared. There was no like personal space. I still wanted to kind of keep away from some people. There's people I don't know. And people were all up on me and everything. It was weird. Not like that. I don't know. Do you think it's worth it protesting though? I think it is to protest for a purpose.
Yeah.
Take the risk.
Closing down the streets and
I love what they did with the street, Black Lives Matter, street
Plaza.
I love that. And then the Black Lives Matter, you won't call it a mural, right? But on the street, painted.
I guess it is like a street painting.
Something. It's awesome though. I'm like, that's so cool. It's a big F*** to Donald Trump. It's like,
I mean, kind of. I don't think he's against it. Yeah.
He doesn't say it. That's what pisses me off so much, is he's never said anything. Like, during this whole ordeal, the protests, the riots, everything, he's never said Black Lives Matter. He says all lives matter, but he refuses to say Black Lives Matter. That pisses me off, man. It just drives me crazy.
Or how he was talking about Drew Brees being right.
And even Drew Brees retracted his statement. And then Trump's like, oh, he shouldn't have done that. Like, no, dude. He gets it. He's talked to people. I think that's the thing, is Trump doesn't have anyone who's like really talking to him about this type of stuff. I would guess. I don't know.
I think he's just watching out because he has people looking at him. Obviously,
people in his pockets looking at him.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's people that are donating to him being reelected, and if he goes and sides with the other side,
they'll pull out.
They'll pull out their money. I mean, they don't really have another choice.
I don't know. I just wish. I feel like that's like, that would make such a huge difference. If he really wants to be president this upcoming, maybe he doesn't. Is that possible? Is it possible that he doesn't? He's straying so far away where I'm like, I don't even know if he wants this anymore. I don't know. I don't know.
I think he wants it, but he's not gonna change. He's not gonna change for people that don't like him.
I guess.
Yeah. And even if he's wrong, he's not gonna say he's wrong. He's just gonna come back later and change what he said. That's what he does. He's not wrong. He just changes up like later on. It just changes his point of view.
I'm all for not like marrying someone to their ideas and giving them the chance to change their point of view and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like when someone doubles and triples down on an idea, and then when it's like their backs to the wall, then they change their point of view, that kind of bothers me. It's like, are you only doing it because you now have to, or do you actually believe, whatever it could be? The protests continue. I think it's great. I think it's great that people are still out protesting. Actually, here's something I wanted to read. A screenshot of it was a quote from Ice Cube. He said, "Stay woke. I understand that people want to get back to normal, but normal is toxic for us. Keep your knee on these politicians and keep them working in our collective interests. Continue to post, inform, and complain. They're hoping you go back to posting BS that doesn't matter."
Yeah, I guess
He's got a point.
He's got a point.
Yeah, he's got
Maybe people will actually vote this time.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could have voted. We could have had Bernie, but we got Biden. Can't even remember his name, but I mean, it is what it is. We had only, we only had.
There's two Bidens. So.
2 times we could have, picked Bernie.
Yeah.
But, fool me once.
Fooled everyone twice, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to bleep those out.
Oh.
I'm going to charge you for every bleep I have to make. Yeah, I guess Biden, I don't know. Biden is I don't know if he's the best choice there is in the world, but he's the best choice we have right now. And if he puts a black woman up for VP, Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris, he's got my vote. Count me in.
I want to vote for him, but I mean, I've been hearing some crazy stuff about it was actually a meme I saw. It's like, wait till they Biden looking back, hoping they don't realize that he was a part of the he voted on the drug laws in the in the 80s, I think.
Was he a part of Stop and Frisk?
No. It was like the other drug laws, like the I think it might have been kind of like that.
Something along those lines. Yeah, he was a part of some things. Charlamagne the God was interviewing him not that long ago, and he was asking him questions about, different things he had voted on and bills that he was a part of. And
yeah, but that's like kind of like to be honest, I am going to vote for him because he's actually been doing this for a while. He didn't come here for the money and the he's not really there to be rich. I mean, I think his sons are rich actually.
Yeah, probably. He's probably rich though. He's probably rich. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah.
Kanye West joins the protests in Chicago. He was actually leading some of the protests. It was pretty awesome. Let's take a look at this. What do you think? Jesus, he's out there. He's in the streets, totally covered up. I love that you couldn't even tell who. If you didn't look him in his eyes, you wouldn't know it's Kanye. He's got the hood on, the mask on. It's such a great way to be discreet with such a high status that he has, but also be able to the people who are there. Probably shows a lot of inspiration.
Should have came out in the new Yeezy bubble. Should have brought the new Yeezy mask and new Yeezy face shield.
Yeah, I wonder if he had those Yeezy Crocs on. Those are pretty awesome.
Yeezy Crocs, yeah.
There's so many rappers, R&B singers, just artists in general that are out there right now. Who was out there? We got Kanye, YG, Machine Gun Kelly was out there.
I even saw the guy that did Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan.
He oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He did that one Fruitville Station or whatever.
I don't know what that is.
He did
He was the boxer in the fight in the
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. That's awesome.
A bunch of people. Oh, I saw Kendrick.
J. Cole was out.
Westbrook.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook.
What's his name? Muse by Pablo.
Yeah,
is out there.
He was really out there. He got arrested.
People, it's pretty incredible that people are out there really supporting. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
getting
awesome
pepper sprayed and shit. Those cops. You see the one cop pushed over that old man.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
His head was leaking.
That was horrible. That old man, he was 75 years old, and they pushed him over.
I think I saw he was just trying to return the helmet, the police helmet.
I saw a bunch of different things.
He did have a police helmet in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in his hand even when he fell.
So sad, bleeding out of his ear.
Yeah, no, it was the back of his head or something. It was leaking.
Places.
That was
cracked the poor guy's head.
Yeah, I know. It was his soft spot. The fuck?
That's horrible.
And then they tried to help him, and they dragged the cop back out of it.
Yeah, the cop. There was two cops that pushed him. I didn't really see the second cop doing it, but two cops got fired without pay. I don't know if they got charged. I think they did. Allegedly, I think they did. But I don't know.
And the whole riot squad got, was it dismantled or whatever?
Dismantled?
Or they're not doing it anymore?
Yeah. In Minneapolis?
Well, no, I don't know. The one in the video. I think it was in Buffalo.
Yeah, that was in Buffalo. In Minneapolis, I heard that they got rid of the police department.
The whole police department is dismantled. I don't fucking know. They got rid of it, and now they're gonna start new community. What was it? Community programs to. Is it instead of police?
I don't know how it's gonna work. I really don't.
It must be some community watchers. I don't know.
It's something about that. I'm interested in seeing how it works out though. Policing isn't bad, right? It's just you have bad cops. So what are they if they're doing this community protective services? How does it go down? I wonder if it's people like you and I, are we out there saying, "Oh,
I had this one guy say something about how you could make cops better if you made them take if you made them get a license to be cops, and then that way they could be held accountable, and you could take their license away if they didn't do their job right, or if they
wouldn't that be kind of taking their badge away?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. They have to get licensed to be. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that it takes longer to get your license to be a hairdresser than it takes to be a cop.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy. Just for someone to cut your hair, it takes longer, or to use shampoo on you.
Yeah,
versus a cop.
And it's still hard to trust somebody who cuts my hair. I don't even got that much hair.
I told you, 2 all over. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to make the policing better. Longer education for it, licenses, like you said. I love that they're putting in acts to hold police accountable for their actions, so they can be arrested for certain things and actually be arrested if they do something wrong, not just let go or given paid leave and stuff like that. That I'm here for that, because then it's gonna make for the cop, David Chauvin, and those 3 other guys, for them to all get arrested and their mugshots be put on TV. I would hope that there are some cops who are shaking in their boots because of that. You know what I mean? That are I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to have my mugshot up there. and like that if they were a bad cop or they were gonna hurt someone or assume police brutality on somebody, that they would think twice about it. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh no, like maybe I would do this, but I don't want to be like those guys. I don't want to be put up there like that. So I think that's a kind of a good thing. You know, if you can't weed out every bad cop, but you can say, this could be you. Don't mess up.
Yeah. To be honest, though, I don't think there's ever going to be, like, good cops.
No?
No.
What?
They're always corrupt. It's such an easy thing to have so much power, and if you can flip, like...
Do you think it has to do with the, like, brotherhood mentality?
They can do that. I mean, think about it. Like, what if all these cops were good and they're seizing all these assets like money and drugs and this and that, and then they make it disappear and they make money off of it?
Yeah,
it's such an easy thing. Like, and who's accountable? Like, they're already getting away with murder. You think they couldn't get away with some money?
Yes, it'd be easier.
Say these cars, like, they know somebody and they're buying cars at these auctions, and then they're flipping them, and then they get a cut out of the cars that they got.
They do sell people's cars at auctions, right?
Yeah, like think about this. Like, isn't this such an easy thing to be, like, manipulated? You got all this power unchecked. People already question you, but there's nobody holding you accountable.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's what it is. Kind of like in Mexico, it's kind of really corrupt. Like, over there, they'll kidnap you, sell you. The same damn cops will kidnap you and sell you because they get paid more by the people that'll buy you. They get it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
And like Sinaloa?
Yeah. Anywhere, it depends. I mean, they could pull you over, and if you could pay them off, they won't mess. They will leave you alone. You can just go. I mean, it just depends. I mean,
I will not go.
You don't know. I mean, if you're not with the right people, it's just, like, think about it. The rest of the world, I mean, not all cops are good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some good ones, but I mean, think about it. Like, they're in groups, like cop gangs, fraternities, brotherhoods.
I was watching this video of this guy. He was sitting in his car and he was saying, he's like, when you get pulled over, the cop comes up and he says, like, oh, let me get your license or registration. And then the guy, he's like, oh, so I go and reach for it and go get it. And then the cop's like, we got an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean? And the guy's like, what are you talking all this gang stuff? Like, saying to the cop, like, why are you talking like that? And then the guy's like, so if I pick up my phone and was like, what's up, blood? We got this, but and like the cop, he's like, then the cop would just rip me out of the car, you take it as a threat. He's like, I'm taking it as a threat when you're getting on your mic. We got this, that, you know what I mean? I was like, he's got a really good point, Like, we don't know what they're saying. We don't know the code. I would imagine they have some type of reasoning for why we don't know what a 1B34 is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it probably would make people a lot more comfortable if they got on the mic and said, hey, I got a guy here. I don't know what they would say, but something, where you can understand what they're talking about.
Well, yeah, they don't want you to know that you're about to get, like, searched.
Yeah, that's true.
You're about to get stopped and you're going to get searched, and there's more cops already on the way.
Yeah.
A fucking traffic stop is 6 cops behind you.
Yeah.
You got
I don't know. I think it freaks me out. I've been pulled over with nothing going on and then have had 3 other cops show up, and I'm like, where do they keep coming from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. There's always some kind of worry in my head, like, did I do something? What could I have done? But
yeah,
I would imagine if you're like a young black guy or girl in the car, it'd be way more stressful too.
Yeah, you've seen those videos where, like, people in, like, New York and New Jersey, they're like, they get stopped. It's like I think it was like a group of, like, young black guys, and then they got stopped, and their fucking car got, like, planted with drugs on body cam, and you could see when they turned the cams off and everything.
Yeah.
That's just like an example. Like, they sometimes they need numbers and they need a run some people in the booking and shit. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna have to bleep out half of what you say.
Oh,
yeah, there are quotas for sure. There definitely are.
Yeah,
quotas
they gotta meet their
that
quotas.
have to be met. That's a scary thing, without a doubt. But I don't know. I'm still here for the protests. I still wanted to keep going on. Like Ice Cube said in his tweet, you know, it's just like, don't let up, keep pushing, keep getting that narrative across. You know.
Yeah, I hope they do change. I mean, I don't like seeing dead people on the news because they just got pulled over.
Yeah. That's sad. That's super sad. I don't know how we segue into this, but Akon visited 6ix9ine and did a Locked Up remix. It's crazy. Take a look at this.
Got me thinking like, why the f*** I did that? Got me wishing that I could take it all back. Fighting with these demons, barely even eating, barely even sleeping.
Is it the best thing to happen in 2020?
He got locked up.
It's the first song that he's going to come out with that sounds like it's a little bit introspective about what was going on.
We all know what happened. It was on Academic's page.
Yeah, sure.
There's all transparency right here.
Yeah.
You see Academics with him on live. They were at, I think
funny.
at his house. You know what I was?
Must have been at his house. Yeah.
You know what I was Academics went on his other account and he was on live and he was talking about how he got hacked the moment he was there on live with him.
Oh, really?
All his accounts got hacked.
Did you see his name's changed to Blockboy JB69?
What?
Yeah.
On where?
On TikTok and somewhere else. I thought it was like that for a little bit on Instagram.
That's probably the hackers, I guess.
Maybe.
But he said all his accounts got hacked because they were probably trying to look up his or his IP address. 6ix9ine, like they were trying to look for 6ix9ine.
Oh my god.
They're chasing the leprechaun, you know.
Oh my god, that's scary.
With the
6ix9ine's been having a lot of people over. I wonder how the conversation goes where he's like, "Yeah, Akon, you can come over. Like, here's my address."
Akon owns like a whole country in Africa, damn near.
Yeah. You're bad at this.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna hear a lot of bleeps in this video. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's awesome though. I'm like, that's such a jam. That like takes me back, man. Akon was my favorite back in the day. When he had like the Eminem collabs and T-Pain. Oh my god.
I like that Akon's like one of the people that worked with him.
And he's a big person to work with him. He's like a legendary musician. He owns a continent dang near, and I don't know. It's like it's a good look for 6ix9ine.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Like I bet a lot more people come out of the woodworks.
Still waiting for the Noel song.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
They pushed it back because his album came out, probably.
Maybe. Do you know why 6ix9ine's been pushing his music video back for like the third week in a row? I don't know why.
Because all the protests. It's not the time. It's not the.
Was that why? Did he say that?
No.
I was just curious.
Well, actually, I think on one of them he did. The first week he did push it back because it was just like not the right time. I mean,
yeah.
Everybody's like grieving and getting mad and
that's super fair.
Protesting. It's not the right time. Like if you see everybody's like, and then they did the whole thing with the Black Tuesday, Blackout Tuesday, like
they did the whole thing with the Blackout Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean that was kind of pointless because you didn't spread any information, just putting up a blank picture on Instagram and trying to get hype.
I didn't like it. I mean, I just thought like.
You got like the message across to some people, like
I guess there is some good that came out of it, but I just feel like
attention. There was attention, but it wasn't. There was no information.
It's the least thing you could possibly do. Though.
Yeah, everybody.
It's the absolute least thing you could possibly do. Like if you're gonna do something good, that's great, but
yeah, I feel like more people were just like, "What the is this?" Like all lives matter, some like that. Like, this black tile, what's it mean? Like, it's like some crazy.
I was seeing people like on Facebook. I have some like friends who are older guys, and that they're like definitely like lean way to the right and stuff like that, and they're like, what does this black square mean? And then you'd see other people in their comments saying like, oh, it means, just some BS. And I'm like, man, like how out of touch are you that like you don't know what this means, that it's happening?
Yeah, and
like you should just know. Like I feel like you should. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like, it's kind of right, like, for, like, 6ix9ine and, like, a lot of the famous people to be pushing back their, like, music and stuff. Like, and Noah just dropped his album and stuff, but, I mean, it's kind of not, like, the right time. I mean, you gotta think about it. Like, Meek Mill came out with a song. It was, like, it was hard, like,
yeah.
That was, like, the other side.
I mean,
yeah, the other side of
he
America.
He probably just made it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, he's spreading the message and yeah.
He bad at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song was really good too. It brought me back to some older music of his, and it's nice to see him. He's always kind of had a message in his music, but this is so direct that it penetrates when you're listening to it. It's not like you're just hearing a great beat and whatever. It's just a whole all-around good song. Plus, he's got a good message.
Yeah, and like 6ix9ine was kind of like trying to bash like Meek Mill about putting out the song. Like I think he called him like a wannabe Martin Luther King or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, Meek Mill is posting like a song with a message. He's not just posting like.
Yeah, and I wondered too because 6ix9ine said something about like you should go out and be a part of the protest or something like that. And I don't think we've seen Meek Mill out there. If he's been out there and it just hasn't been published, that's great. But I was wondering what is with all of his legal troubles that he's been through.
Maybe he doesn't want to be in there. Like
could come back at him in some way.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he's already been in enough legal trouble.
Yeah. If he goes out and he gets singled out and arrested.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine can say all this and that about going out, but
he can't even go.
You can't even go to Walmart.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe he'll be able to go to Africa with Akon.
He can't leave the country.
Pull a Dave Chappelle.
Maybe Akon can pull some strings and
ambassador.
Maybe
6ix9ine.
Maybe. I don't know. 6ix9ine's trolling is some of it's hit or miss right now. I feel like
I
his
think
music can't miss.
Yeah.
I feel like he's doing a great job with music. Like it was like his music never stopped, right? But some of his trolling seems a little hit or miss right now because the climate is just so charged. There's so much stuff going on.
Yeah,
he might say something where
like he was kind of like on top of it, and then a bunch of other like important stuff happened. Mm-hmm. So now he's not really like at the height of attention.
Plus, I heard Adam 22 said with 6ix9ine saying like all the antics about him being the police and I am the rat, I'm the Fed, stuff like that. He says that. Adam 22 was like, this is maybe not the best time to be saying stuff like that when it's like the worst possible time to be a police officer in the history of, recent. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of a good point. Like him following the NYPD is the only follower he follows or whatever on Instagram. It's like, it's kind of weird timing for him. If I don't know, I can't say really he should cool down on it because that's kind of his thing right now, and maybe it's working for him, but I think it's kind of iffy.
I just like how he's not being like blind to the important subjects and stuff, and just putting out like music and trying to be like all like be all like
he's not like riding off the coattails of it or anything like that.
Yeah. He's not like. He's not ignorant. I mean, he's stupid on like the internet about trolling, but he's not ignorant about like the real like subject matter of like what's happening. Like, of course, he's gonna come out and do some over the top stuff with like his music, but he knows there's like a real message behind it, like everything like the people are like putting out and doing.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I wonder if the song, we can close out the show after this, but I wonder if the song with Akon and 6ix9ine, if it's gonna have anything to do with police brutality or the murder of George Floyd or anything at all, because it's the song Locked Up is kind of geared towards.
I mean, it is the right time, and it is like the right song to put out. I mean, it is a classic. It is about being
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just that crossed my mind earlier today. But that's it. That's our time. We're gonna leave you with this. YG is protesting with Black Lives Matters.
A message from our sponsors.
A message from our sponsors.
That's how I feel. Black, 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 that's how I